3D printing. It's really one of those things that changes everything, because it opens the door to so many possibilities. The barrier to creating something physical is so much lower. If I have a problem, I don't need to wait for a company with the means of production to create a solution. I can just do it myself with a bit of 3D modeling. Or, chances are, someone has already thought of the solution. Thanks to the amazing community of enthusiasts who have shared their prints, anyone can access them online for free, saving time and money. And if that's not quite enough, I can even take those prints and make minor tweaks to customize them to suit my needs. So I'm going to use 3D prints to improve my desk/studio setup. These prints need to be functional to improve my workflow, but I think it's equally important to find prints that are aesthetic, because I want the setup to feel like it's a space I want to be in. And I think I found some truly unique designs that aren't getting enough attention. So at the end of my previous video, I wanted to fix my problems with my Airpod Maxes. The Airpod Maxes are a great pair of headphones. They sound great, look great, and integrate so smoothly with my MacBook. But to this day, I still don't know why I shipped off with this monstrosity of a case. Not only does it leave half the device it's supposed to protect exposed, it's also the only way to put the AirPods to sleep, which means the AirPods keep draining its battery. The case is also just not great to use on the daily, because it takes up so much table space. All in all, I'm not the biggest fan of this design. So to solve some of these issues, I printed off a simple stand that looks great on my desk. It showcases the awesome design of the AirPods, and best of all, it tricks the AirPods into going to sleep, so it stops draining its own battery. Now, I can't take credit for this awesome print because I found it on MakerWorld, and that's one of the best things about 3D printing. It's the community. With so many people now getting into the hobby and sharing their ideas, there's a huge amount of models out there that I can just download and print. So now I don't have to face random design choices like the AirPods case alone, because there's a whole community of people out there with the same issues and are thinking of solutions. And it's still just so crazy to me that I can see an item I like online and have the same item in my hands in just a few hours. Okay, every desk setup needs a place to charge a phone. I want to keep it close by, and ideally I don't want to mess around with cables. In the past, I've used MagSafe stands, which have been really good. But if there's a way to hide something without compromising its function, well, that's even better. Which is why I printed off the MagSlide. This is a really awesome bracket for a MagSafe charging puck that I've stuck onto the back of my monitor using double-sided tape. And this gives a super convenient way to charge my phone and view my notifications. When the charger isn't in use, I can slide it up to keep the setup looking clean. Now, before I talk about the next print, I want to take the chance to thank the sponsor of this video, the Speakon. The Speakon is an ultra-compact AI-powered speech-to-text keyboard that sits on the back of your iPhone. So what's interesting about the Speakon is the fact that it doesn't transcribe what you're saying directly into text. Instead, the Speakon uses AI to understand what you're trying to say and then transcribes that intention concisely. Hey Johnson, I just wanted to double check that the specifications will be ready by next Tuesday. Next Wednesday. This fundamentally changes the way speech-to-text works. With traditional speech-to-text, you need to be really intentional with what you're saying, because a traditional device won't understand corrections while you're speaking. This means you either need to edit what's just been transcribed or pause and think about what's coming out of your mouth, which breaks the flow of ideas. But because the Speakon understands what you're trying to say, you can speak freely, and the Speakon will remove any unnecessary fluff. Hey Sarah, I just wanted to double check we're still booked in for 1 p.m. tomorrow. Was it 1 p.m.? No, I think it was 2 p.m. I just want to double check we're booked in for 2 p.m. tomorrow. You can also adjust the Speakon to change its tone depending on the app you're using, with 3 different delivery styles: casual, cordial, or formal. So while you might want to have a more casual tone when you're sending a message, you can have the Speakon use a more sensible tone when you're sending an email. And because it's a physical device, it doesn't drain your phone's battery like software would, because it doesn't run in the background at all times. And the physical button, well, it's right there in the same spot, right there when you need it. If you want to check out the Speakon, I'll leave a link in the video description. Alright, I've kind of got a thing for hiding items to keep the space decluttered. But with all that space, I don't think there's anything wrong with a couple cool desk accessories. And I have been absolutely loving the work from a designer that goes by the name of Stern Designs. I stumbled upon their designs while browsing printables, and I love their approach to blending form and function. While I think most prints online focus on functionality, Stern Design incorporates interesting geometry that I think makes their models feel like art. Like this voxel catch-all tray that I use to store miscellaneous items that I need quick access to. Does a tray need to be shaped like this? It doesn't, but it looks sick and it's such a unique accessory for my desk setup. Similar situation with their Archive Desk Manager. I'm using it as a way to store my iPad and notebook so they don't take up as much table space. But again, the shape of the design just adds a bit of artistic styling that I really appreciate. Another print I'm using is the Terrain Tray, which I use to store screws and other miscellaneous items when I'm working on a project. And the Notion Post-it holder, an analog way to take quick notes. And there's also slots underneath to hold the templates for my sticky notes. But my personal favorite has got to be the Poseidon Planter, which I'm just using as a decorative print. The model is designed to incorporate organic supports, which I've never seen done before. So through Prusa Slicer, I've made some adjustments so that the supports are stronger and harder to detach. I think it's such a cool idea and adds such a distinct element to the design. And yeah, it's still kind of mind-blowing to me that I'm able to print something like this with such little effort. Because as practical as designs like Gridfinity boxes are, at the end of the day, they're just simple shapes. This Poseidon Planter has these wrinkles on the face, details in the beard, and a decent amount of overhang in the brow ridge. And all that I had to do was download the model, upload it to my printer, and hit print. Hey guys, just a quick message from me. I'm just finishing off the edit for this video. And making one of these videos takes a lot of hours. So if you made it out this far and you enjoyed the video, help a brother out, consider dropping a like and subscribing. Alright, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. Now, the printer I'm using for these prints is the Prusa Core 1L, which is part of the reason the printing process has been so effortless. And thanks to Prusa for sending this out to me. No money exchanged hands, and they were completely cool with me saying whatever I wanted about the printer. But yeah, the Core 1L just makes 3D printing so easy. I've got the assembled kit here, so there was really a very minor amount of setup required. I just slid the display into place, removed the shipping screws, attached the camera, and the printer was good to go. From here, I can send files to the Core 1L wirelessly on the local network through Prusa Link, with the option for remote cloud printing through Prusa Connect. And let me tell you, that bigger build plate comes in so handy when you're printing off multiple larger prints. By the way, the AirPod stand tricks the AirPod into going to sleep because of these magnets slotted into the print. So when the AirPods get close to these magnets, it sleeps. And magnets in general add so much functionality to 3D prints, like in cable management for example. To me, having charging cables at my desk is a must. Both my mouse and keyboard need charging, so it's a pretty big inconvenience if I can't charge them at my desk. A while ago, I was using these cable holders in my desk setup. Issue was, one section of the clip had to permanently sit on the cable, which became an issue with the MX Master because it would drag along the table as I was using my mouse. Not to mention, they were kind of pricey. But now, thanks to the 3D printing community, I was able to download this print, which prints completely in place, with no assembly required. You know, it's genuinely crazy to me that the printer is precise enough to print the inside part of the hinge in these outer sockets of the hinge, right there in the printer with no assembly required. And the hinge works perfectly. So with a bit of super glue in the socket, I place a neodymium magnet inside and use double-sided tape to attach it to the desk. Now it acts as a channel so I can access my cables, or I can open up the clip if I need a bit more freedom. And you know, so much of a functional desk setup is organization and being able to find the things you need when you need them. In particular, cables. I think everyone has experienced the frustration of not being able to find the right cable when you need it most. So I'm going to solve this with some 3D prints, one of which is the loop cable organizer. So one of my all-time favorite cables are these Magtame magnetic cables. I'm not being sponsored to say that, they are just really great cables because they pretty much store and organize themselves, and they're so easy to adjust to the length you need. But most cables that I own aren't magnetic, so that's where this print comes in handy. The organizer prints in 3 parts that snap together, and you basically feed the cable in by spinning the sides. And these are great for 2 reasons. One, you can really easily see both sides of the cable heads, which means you can easily identify what kind of cable you're looking at. And 2, you can extend the length of one side of the cable without affecting the other. Okay, to store the loop organizers, I've got them sitting on these arms that I've also printed, which is attached to the Scattis pegboard from Ikea. And 3D printing plus Ikea is an elite combo. Because Ikea is a global brand, there's tons of access to their furniture, which also means tons of prints from the community. I already made a video about some of these prints, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already. But this space is for quick access items. So I've got here some tools, spare spools of filament, and I also custom printed these brackets to hold my vertical charging station. And that's how I've used 3D prints to upgrade my desk/studio setup. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.